Hello, my dear. If you're here with me today, I know you're a woman who understands that true elegance doesn't come from trends or fast fashion. It's about the choices you make, the subtle details that set you apart, and the confidence that comes from knowing you're dressing in a way that honors your timeless beauty. Today, I want to share 11 accessories that an elegant woman over 50 would never be caught wearing. And more importantly, what to choose instead. These aren't the typical style swaps you hear everywhere. These are the nuanced, quietly luxurious details that truly elevate your style, reflecting the woman you are today. Poised, confident, and endlessly refined. Let's begin. First, bulky canvas tote bags. The first accessory I always recommend we retire, my dear, is the bulky canvas tote bag. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a time and place for a casual canvas tote. They're practical, yes, but they don't belong in the wardrobe of a woman who values quiet luxury. These oversized, floppy bags can overwhelm your frame and clash with the sophisticated textures you've so carefully chosen. Canvas totes often look too casual, too collegiate. They rarely hold their shape, and their utilitarian nature doesn't complement the elegant lines of a tailored coat or the delicate drape of a silk blouse. They're perfect for a quick grocery run, but when you're dressing to feel elevated and poised, they simply don't align with the woman you are. Instead, I always suggest investing in a structured leather carryall in a soft, neutral shade. Imagine the gentle glow of a caramel leather tote from Métier London or the sculpted silhouette of a polished satchel from Demelier. These bags bring a quiet sophistication to any outfit, structured enough to hold their shape, yet soft and supple enough to feel timeless. The best part? A structured leather carryall elevates even your most relaxed looks. Picture yourself in a cozy cashmere sweater from Loro Piana, soft trousers from Theory, and that perfectly shaped leather tote. It's a look that says you're composed, you're prepared, and you're ready to take on whatever the day brings, all while looking effortlessly refined. When you make this switch, you'll notice how your entire outfit instantly feels more put together. The gentle structure of the bag mirrors your posture and creates a cohesive line from head to toe. You'll feel taller, more confident, and completely at ease, like the elegant woman you've always been. Second, shiny patent leather belts. Next, let's talk about belts. Specifically, shiny patent leather belts that catch the light in all the wrong ways. These high-gloss belts can look harsh and unrefined, especially against the soft textures and muted colors that flatter mature skin so beautifully. Patent leather belts are often too stiff and too flashy. They draw the eye immediately, interrupting the gentle flow of your outfit. They can make even the most luxurious silk blouse look cheap, clashing with the softness of your overall look. Instead, I always recommend a matte leather belt in a timeless shade. Think a deep olive, a soft slate gray, or a warm chocolate brown. These subtle shifts in color and texture transform a belt from a loud statement into a quiet detail that finishes your look with elegance. Brands like Anderson's or Maison Bonnet create exquisite matte leather belts with refined stitching and minimal hardware. Belts that speak to craftsmanship and quality, not to fleeting trends. When you wear a belt like this, you'll notice how it gently defines your waist, creating shape without drawing unnecessary attention. It's a detail that says you're paying attention to every element of your look, but in a way that feels natural and unforced. Pair a matte olive belt with tailored cream trousers from Max Mara and a soft cashmere wrap in warm camel. It's a color story that feels layered and interesting, yet never overwhelming. Or slip on a matte slate gray belt with a deep navy sheath dress from the Row for an effortlessly polished office look. It's these quiet details, the matte finish, the timeless color, that turn an ordinary outfit into something quietly spectacular. And they're the kind of accessories that will never go out of style, becoming part of your signature look as you move gracefully through every season. 3. Overly bold animal prints. Another accessory I see too often, my dear, is the overly bold animal print. You know the ones, zebra stripes in neon colors, or leopard spots so large and loud they overshadow everything else you're wearing. While animal prints can have their place, these overly bold patterns often look more playful than poised, and they rarely complement the refined sensibility of a woman over 50. Bold animal prints can be difficult to integrate seamlessly. They draw attention in a way that feels forced, and they often clash with the softer color palettes that truly flatter mature skin. Instead, I always suggest choosing refined textures over loud patterns. A subtle, croc-embossed leather clutch in deep chocolate or a softly textured snakeskin belt in muted taupe brings in that hint of the exotic without overpowering your entire look. These luxurious textures catch the light softly, adding depth and interest rather than a loud statement. Picture a croc-embossed leather clutch from Aspinall of London paired with a tailored wool dress from Gabriella Hearst, or a softly textured belt cinching the waist of a silky blouse in creamy oyster, effortless elegance that never tries too hard. If you're ready to explore these refined pieces, I've linked a few of my personal favorites for you in the description below. Each one has been chosen to elevate your wardrobe in the most timeless way possible. What I love most about this swap is how it shifts the conversation from trend to texture. It's no longer about grabbing attention, it's about creating depth and dimension, those quiet layers that make your outfit feel like a personal expression of your grace and confidence. Fourth, sports watches with rubber straps. Let's talk about watches for a moment, my dear, because they're one of the most powerful ways to express your personal style. One accessory I always suggest moving away from is the sports watch with a bright rubber strap. These watches, often in vibrant colors or chunky silhouettes, are designed for athletic wear, running errands, exercising, casual days. But when you're dressing for elegance and refinement, they can feel jarringly out of place. They clash with the soft drape of a silk blouse or the rich texture of a camel cashmere coat, creating a visual discord that cheapens your entire look. Instead, I always recommend a watch with a slim leather strap in a classic color, like chocolate brown, deep navy, or warm ivory. Brands like Jaeger-LeCoultre or Cartier create these refined timepieces with understated dials and soft, supple leather straps that mold to your wrist like a glove. These watches are the definition of timeless. They're not trying to make a statement. They're simply there, quietly refined and endlessly functional, adding that final note of polish to your ensemble. Slip one on with a crisp white blouse from Vince and tailored wool trousers from Theory, or wear it peeking out from the cuff of a soft gray cashmere sweater layered under a tailored blazer. You'll notice how it adds structure and sophistication to your outfit in the most effortless way. What I love most about these refined leather strap watches is that they feel personal, almost like an heirloom you'll pass down one day. And isn't that what true elegance is all about? Pieces that stand the test of time, that feel as wonderful in 10 years as they do today. 5. Keychains and charms. Dangling from handbags. Let's talk about handbags again, my dear. Specifically about the little trinkets and charms we often see dangling from them. Keychains and charms can be whimsical and playful, but they rarely fit the quiet luxury we're striving for. They tend to look busy and overly youthful, adding clutter to an accessory that should be the epitome of polish. These little extras might feel like a fun personal touch, but they're often better left to a younger woman's style. On a refined leather tote or a sleek crossbody, they can look out of place, like a playful note that doesn't quite match the elegant melody of your outfit. I always recommend letting the beauty of your handbag speak for itself. Choose pieces crafted from soft, supple leather in timeless shades, taupe, slate gray, or a deep navy, and let them shine without distraction. Brands like Métier London and The Row craft handbags with such clean, sculptural lines that they need no adornment. Picture a beautifully structured leather satchel in warm chestnut. No charms, no clutter, just that perfect, polished silhouette. When you carry a bag like this, you'll notice how it becomes an extension of your elegance, seamlessly integrating into your outfit instead of interrupting it. If you must add a touch of personality, let it come from a luxurious scarf softly tied to the handle. Something in silk from Hermes, perhaps, in a subtle print that echoes your outfit's tones. But beyond that, I suggest letting your bag's simplicity be its statement. The absence of clutter allows the quiet luxury of your ensemble to speak clearly and beautifully. 6. Bright, neon-colored pashmina shawls. Another accessory I always suggest we leave behind is the bright, neon-colored pashmina shawl. These eye-catching shawls might seem cheerful and cozy, but they rarely flatter the elegant, softly confident woman you've become. Neon colors can overwhelm your features, drawing attention in a way that feels unbalanced and dated. Bright neon shades often clash with the soft glow of your complexion and the muted tones of your sophisticated wardrobe. They can make even the most luxurious fabrics, cashmere, silk, fine wool, feel a little less refined. Instead, I suggest seeking out cashmere wraps and shawls in rich, muted jewel tones, deep plum, forest green, or a soft teal. These colors have a quiet depth that complements mature skin beautifully, bringing a gentle glow to your face without overshadowing it. Imagine wrapping yourself in a deep plum cashmere wrap from Loro Piana, its buttery texture enveloping you in warmth and elegance. It's a piece that can take even the simplest outfit, a silk blouse and tailored trousers, and turn it into something quietly spectacular. Soft teal is another shade that flatters beautifully. Picture a teal cashmere shawl layered over a cream cashmere turtleneck and slate gray trousers. It's a look that feels cozy yet utterly refined, perfect for those cooler days when you want to stay warm while still looking your most elegant. The secret here is choosing shades that feel rich, not loud. Let your shawl be a gentle accent, not the main event. It's these subtle color choices, these whispers of refinement, that turn an accessory from something purely functional into a statement of your quiet confidence. 7. Plastic hair claws in bright colors. Let's talk about hair accessories for a moment, my dear, because even the smallest details can make a world of difference in how we present ourselves. One accessory I always suggest leaving behind is the bright plastic hair claw. These colorful, chunky claws are playful, yes, but they can look a little too casual, even childish, against the backdrop of an elegant, mature wardrobe. They tend to clash with the refined textures of your outfit, silk, cashmere, wool, and they can distract from the graceful lines of your face and hair. Instead, I recommend opting for a softly sculpted hairpin or hair comb in materials that feel luxurious and timeless. Brushed gold, tortoise shell, or even a matte black resin can add a refined touch to your hair without feeling fussy or overdone. Picture gently sweeping your hair back with a tortoiseshell pin from Alexandre de Paris. The soft pattern of the tortoiseshell brings a hint of visual interest without competing with your outfit. Or imagine a brushed gold hair comb catching the light in the most subtle way. A small glint that echoes the warm glow of your jewelry. These accessories aren't about making a loud statement. They're about adding that final note of polish that feels considered and refined. They're the kind of pieces that you'll reach for again and again, always confident in the way they make you look and feel. Pair them with a silk blouse from Vince, softly tucked into wool trousers from Theory, and a tailored wool coat in warm camel. It's a look that's polished and quietly powerful, down to the smallest, most personal detail. 8. Ultra-long statement earrings. Now let's turn to jewelry, my dear, because the earrings you choose can frame your face in the most beautiful way, or they can distract and overwhelm. One accessory I always suggest avoiding is the ultra-long statement earring. These long, dangling pieces might be trendy, but they often compete with your natural features, drawing the eye away from the quiet elegance of your face and the refined lines of your outfit. They can feel a little too dramatic, especially when you're dressing in a way that's meant to highlight your calm confidence. Instead, I suggest opting for short, artful earrings that add a note of sculptural interest without overwhelming your look. Small gold ear cuffs, delicate pearl drops, or softly sculpted studs from brands like Bottega Veneta or Sophie Bill Brahe add just enough presence to your ensemble, without stealing the show. I've linked a few of my absolute favorites for you in the description below. These are pieces that will become part of your signature look, quietly luxurious and infinitely versatile. Imagine pairing these earrings with a soft cashmere sweater in dove gray, tailored wool trousers in soft taupe, and a structured leather handbag in warm tan. These small sculptural earrings will add that final note of refinement that makes your entire look feel harmonious and complete. What I love most about these shorter, artful earrings is how they highlight your natural elegance. They bring the focus back to you, your eyes, your smile, your quiet strength. They're the kind of accessories that don't need to shout to be seen. They simply glow softly, a perfect reflection of your own inner radiance. 9. Sheer, shiny hosiery. My dear, let's take a moment to talk about hosiery, because even something as seemingly small as your tights or stockings can have a powerful effect on your overall look. One accessory I always suggest we leave behind is sheer, shiny hosiery. You know the kind. Those thin, almost reflective stockings that catch the light in a way that feels dated, and just a bit too attention-grabbing. These ultra-sheer, glossy tights can make even the most refined outfit look cheap. They create an artificial sheen that often clashes with the natural glow of your skin and the soft textures of your wardrobe. They tend to highlight every crease and line, rather than creating the smooth, elegant leg line we're aiming for. Instead, I always recommend matte finish tights in classic, sophisticated shades. Think soft taupe, warm chocolate, or a deep navy. Brands like Wolford and Falk create beautiful hosiery that's breathable, comfortable, and designed to flatter rather than overpower. A matte finish tight creates a soft, velvety texture that looks polished and luxurious. It subtly smooths the leg and adds a layer of warmth without stealing the spotlight. This understated finish complements the muted, elegant color palette you likely favor, like slate gray, ivory, or warm camel. Pair a pair of deep navy matte tights with a soft gray wool skirt from Max Mara and a cozy cashmere turtleneck in creamy ivory. Or opt for soft taupe tights with a rich chocolate brown dress and a softly tailored wool coat. You'll notice how these matte tights instantly elevate your outfit, blending seamlessly with your wardrobe and enhancing your natural poise. The true beauty of these refined tights is that they don't announce themselves. They simply become part of your overall look, an elegant foundation that supports the rest of your outfit with quiet sophistication. 10th, excessively bulky infinity scarves. Let's turn our attention to scarves, my dear, because they're one of the easiest ways to add a touch of luxury to any outfit. But one style I always suggest moving past is the excessively bulky infinity scarf. These oversized, endless loops of fabric can feel heavy and overwhelming, especially on a more petite or softly structured frame. Infinity scarves are designed for convenience, but they can end up hiding your neckline and creating an unflattering bulk around your shoulders. They disrupt the clean lines of your coat or blazer, and they rarely drape in a way that feels sophisticated or intentional. Instead, I always recommend a fine wool or cashmere scarf in a thinner, more tailored shape. These refined scarves can be softly knotted at the neck or draped over the shoulders in a way that feels elegant and personal, never sloppy or cumbersome. Picture a fine wool scarf in warm taupe from Loro Piana, gently knotted over a cream cashmere turtleneck and a slate gray tailored coat. Or imagine a rich forest green cashmere wrap, softly draped over your shoulders. Its delicate weight, adding just the right amount of warmth without overwhelming your figure. The beauty of these lighter scarves is that they move with you. They add a gentle fluidity to your outfit, a soft drape that enhances rather than competes with the luxurious fabrics you've chosen. They're also far more versatile. You can wear them with a lightweight jacket in early spring or layered under a tailored wool coat in the depths of winter. My dear, a refined scarf isn't just an accessory, it's a statement of your quiet confidence. It says you value quality over quantity, subtlety over showiness, and it's a reminder that true elegance lies in the smallest, most personal details. 11. Very bright, large tote bags. Now let's return to handbags for just a moment, because the bag you carry truly sets the tone for your entire outfit. One accessory I always recommend setting aside is the very bright, oversized tote bag. These large, colorful totes can be tempting. They're practical, spacious, and they add a playful pop of color. But they often feel too casual, too loud, and too busy for a woman whose style is defined by quiet sophistication. Bright, oversized totes can dominate your look, pulling the eye away from the refined lines and luxurious textures of your outfit. They create a visual imbalance, particularly if you're wearing a more softly tailored coat or an elegant dress in muted shades. Instead, I suggest opting for a mid-sized satchel or a softly structured shoulder bag in a neutral tone, like a deep forest green, a warm taupe, or a classic ivory. These mid-sized bags are large enough to be practical, but small enough to maintain a sense of proportion and balance. Imagine slipping your essentials into a taupe leather satchel from Metier London, the subtle sheen of the leather catching the light as you walk. Or choose a softly structured forest green bag from Celine, its refined shape echoing the clean lines of your tailored wool coat. These neutral-toned handbags blend seamlessly into your color palette, creating a cohesive, harmonious look that feels sophisticated and intentional. They don't need to shout to be noticed. They simply whisper their elegance in every detail: the stitching, the subtle hardware, the luxurious feel of the leather. The effect, my dear, is transformative. You'll feel more streamlined, more composed, like every element of your outfit has been chosen with care and intention. And that's what true elegance is all about. These are the thoughtful touches that define your refined style, each one a small yet powerful statement of quiet luxury. You'll find the links to every elevated piece I mentioned in the description below, making it effortless to bring this level of polish into your wardrobe. I always encourage you to invest in the very best. These aren't just accessories. They're timeless pieces that will carry you with elegance and confidence for years to come.